3, 2, 1. Good evening, everyone. This is Felisa, and we have Robin and Kimberly and Tracy and Erica on, but I am doing a presentation this evening for the business brainstorming. This is the 10th of April, and the topic tonight is me sharing the information that I got from leadership about StrengthsFinder and how to use StrengthsFinder for your business, for the doTerra business. Now, when you look for StrengthsFinder in the doTerra.com, go to Empowered You. That's the tab under doTerra.com that you go to. And I wanted to make sure everybody knows that's what they're calling it. It's called Empowered You, and that's all that's under there right now. Not saying they won't find it more. And what you'll find there is a real wonderful thing about what is Empowered You. Is a personal development program designed to help you learn, love, and live your strengths every single day. As you recognize and use your strengths consistently, you will unlock incredible potential in yourself. This will play out in all areas of your life, from your view of yourself, your relationships with others, and to growing doTerra business. And what are your strengths? Your strengths are your natural patterns of thinking, behaving, and feeling. The Clifton Strengths Assessment is a test that identifies your top strengths from a list of 34 unique natural talents. Once you know what you naturally do best and most easily, you can start learning how to develop and use these talents. Why does it matter? That's always a question. Why does it matter? People who use their strengths every day are more productive and more engaged in their work. They're 6 times more likely to be engaged in work, in fact. But beyond the workplace, individuals who use their strengths are 3 times more likely to report having an excellent quality of life than individuals who do not. And that's what I want, is a good quality of life. As a wellness advocate, you will find that the most success when you use your strengths and focus on the things you naturally do well. Be you and do things your own way rather than trying to replicate someone else. doTerra is committed to helping you embrace your strengths, because when you do, the results are powerful. And then if you want those 34, then you click the Living You Strength, I think is what it says. I have to move something over here. Living You Strengths. Those are the 34 different videos that doTerra and Gallup put together the strengths, and they doTerraized it. So go into doTerra under Empower You, and then you've got this page. So I thought that was a good basics. You know, if you forget or if you want to share with somebody, this is a good way of explaining what we're doing and why we're doing it. Okay, now into leadership. Catch them winning. That's what we want to do. We don't want to emphasize things that are not the best. We want to catch ourselves and other people winning. And your strengths are a roadmap. But, once you've got them, now what? And there it. You do not have to take the test to be able to listen to this video. Donald Clifton lived from 1924 to 2003. More than 60 years ago, he said, what will happen when we think about what is right with people rather than fixating on what is wrong with them? Up at that point, people weren't looking at that, and that started a whole new way of thinking. What is right with people rather than what is wrong? A talent, a natural way of thinking, feeling, and behaving. And then when you multiply it, as you see here, you multiply it with investment. And that's the time spent practicing and developing your skills and building your knowledge. That equals your strength. So we're going to spend time with our talents that we are good at already and put investment in time, and that is going to build our strength. the ability to consistently provide near perfect performance. I'm not going to get into perfect here, but we will be talking about it. What we want to do is learn it, live it, love it. And it's a cycle. We are never going to be done. It is always learning something, loving it, and living it. Whether it has to do with strengths or it has to do with life. You highlight your strengths. You can, one way, by learning it, you go in to your strength finder, your 5 top strengths. You carefully read the description, highlight the words and phrases that specifically resonate with you, and share your highlighted areas. That's the important part. If you keep it to yourselves, and it's the same way with the oils, we keep it to ourselves, we are not embracing it and loving it. We have to share things. When we find a movie we love, we share it. It's, you know, with everything in life. Find what resonates with you and share it. With that, we want to discover what your team's strengths are. With developing discovering what your team's strengths are. What they had us do there was they asked us to ask our neighbor how they used one of their strengths to teach a doTerra class. A doTerra class can be, from me, it would be my getting people together that don't know each other and getting them to relate to each other at the beginning and share an experience with an oil or a question with an oil and get to know each other. There's different ways of doing a class, even though you have the same information, and there's no right or wrong way. It is the way that plays to your strength, and that's how we can work with each other. We can replicate each other, but not be each other. We can duplicate, but we don't want to be each other. We have to love it. We have to get in tune. Now that's living, that's learning it, learning what our strengths are, loving it. If you tell your strengths, and this is a statistic that I know Robbie loves statistics, 10 conversations about your strengths. And you'll see here that the more they talk about it, the better experience they have. And it's kind of, the first one is 0 times, the next time, the blue is 1 to 5, 6 to 10 is the burgundy, and more than 20 discussions is that dark yellow. It improves our relationships in our daily life as long as when we are having conversations about our strengths. And that's part of healing. And loving it, study your success, know what we had diamonds get up and they're going, well, I'm having problems getting, and we'll probably get into this here in a little bit, I'm having problems getting people to classes, and they actually use the phrase butts in the seat. I was going, okay, well then I don't feel so bad using that, but they have had problems getting people to classes. But you have had a success somewhere if you're a diamond. And they're going, well, yeah, well then go back, figure out what you did, and do it again. We need to go back and figure out where we were successful, what we did, how we did it, and do it again. Don't do something, if it doesn't work, don't do it again. That's why I try to make things. And this is why you'll find where you used your strength, where you were successful, you used your strength to get there. And this is the getting to love, you're studying your success, you're getting to love it, you're getting to understand it, getting to know it. The key principles of studying success, and they talked about duplication, because that's what our whole business is duplicating. Counter duplication is blaming outside factors. Duplication is accept you were a factor. Something about it did work, something about it didn't work. Cherish your good luck is a counter duplication. Cherish who you are. Don't look at it as good luck. You did it. Burying your talents, as an example, saying, well, somebody says you're good at this, and you say, no, I'm not, I'm just this. No, you need to recognize you have those talents and be proud of them and love them. And this is part of loving them. You feel you're being self-centered, but you just understand your role. That's the way of duplication. And deny your success, take ownership of your success. So that's the way we can duplicate ourselves, is if we know our strengths, proud of our strengths, tell everybody about your strengths because we care and we want to know and we want to be better. And as they put in the phrase here, I can do that. I can do that. Strengths redefining duplication. We focus on outcomes, not the process, not the road to get there. It's the outcome, because everybody's road is going to be different. Deconstruct success, not only failure. Don't pull apart. Now, once in a while, I'm not saying a failure. I do something, it didn't work. Well, I'm not going to do that again. And then I figure out what it was I did and what I'm not going to do again. But deconstruct your successes too, so you can replicate and duplicate. You are the easiest person to duplicate. All kinds can be successful within doTerra. This is it. Do not duplicate a personality. We are not Gel Winger. I would love to get the end results that Gel Winger does, but I am not Gel Winger and will never be. People can be superstars without forcing others to copy them. And there again, spend the rest of your life discovering how to be the best version of yourself. You are the best of you. So the next part is, that's still in loving it. Okay, recognize your talents. Catch someone doing something great. Like we said at the beginning, catch somebody winning and living it. So we've got learning it, loving it, and living it. These are the strengths. You get examples of living it with those videos that doTerra and Gallup put together. And you watch those strength videos. They give you wonderful examples. You focus on building activities. You know your situation, get the background, know your goal, the what, know the building activities, the way, and use your strengths is the how. Now, this is where I thought was really kind of interesting. Continually coach. The duplicates success. To duplicate success. Like I was saying, I struggle getting people to host classes. Well, find that success, and have you done it before? Have you had a class where you had, and what's your goal? Find out what your goal is. You're, 2 or 3 people or more. Well, when was that worked? And what was the conditions? What did you do? How did you use your strengths? And what did you do to make that happen? And duplicate that. I struggle getting people to sign up on LRP. Have you done it? Have you signed people up on LRP? What did you do? Deconstruct that and find out what you did. And we've all done it at least once with these situations. So find out what you did and how you figure it out. Success is not perfect. And they had people, diamonds and above, stand up if you ever forgot to follow up with an enrollment. Many people stood up. Stand up if you ever were nervous to teach a class. A lot of people stayed standing up. And these are diamonds and above. These are blue diamonds. These are double blue diamonds. Stand up if you ever, if there are still days you doubt yourself. Stand up if you're disorganized. Stand up if your house is messy. Actually, a lot of, and the kids, if the kids fight, a lot of laughing on that. Stand up if someone in your downline is upset with you. And stand up if your upline wants you to build faster. We all get in these same situations, whether you're a diamond or you just started enrolled yesterday. It is how we do it. It's not perfect. We as humans, we're not striving for perfection. We're just striving to help people success. And our roads are going to be different. Our strengths are different. This is just an overview. It helped me make sure I had all my slides in order. But this is where we went through. Learn it, love it, live it. And then go back and learn some more. Like I'm learning one at a time. I'm trying to embrace one strength at a time and learning it and loving it and picking it apart and living it and making sure I can learn some more. But that's the way I'm doing it. When we are not perfect human beings, nor do we have to pretend to be. But it is necessary for us to be the best version of ourselves we can be. And that speaks to my heart. This, I think you've seen this before. This is all the different strengths of the founders. And you'll see there's a little bit of everything there. And I'll have these slides for you to look at later. But the next ones are the statistics I thought was really interesting. All the leader styles, these are all leader styles, are successful in doTerra. doTerra has more diverse leadership style. Influencing leaders are better represented. As you see the first line, that's doTerra across the board, the different types in this global database. We're a little higher in the influencing, which doesn't surprise me, and maybe a little bit higher in that strategic thinking. And that makes sense. A little lower in the executing, but we have a little bit of everything. There is no one thing. Success does not require being well-rounded. You can look at these later. Executing, 44 blue and presidential diamonds have none in executing. Relationship building, which I think is very important because 35 blue and presidential diamonds have none of the relationship building in their strengths. These are the ones that have none. So you don't have to have everyone. And 16 of the blue and presidential diamonds have 4 of their top 5 strengths in one domain of leadership. So it can be, if you're scattered, it's wonderful. If you're not, it's wonderful. It is what you do with it. You do not need to be, quote, well-rounded. This is a breakdown of the different strengths into the categories, and you'll see that in the videos too. You always had the power, my dear. You just had to learn it from yourself. From the Wizard of Oz. We have the strength. We just need to learn what to do with it. And acknowledge it. Learn, love, and live it. And I think I got down to my half-hour mark here. Is there, real quick, any questions? Oh, hold on here. I do have a couple more slides. People have been asking, there's 2 ways of getting this Strength Finder. One is going to Amazon, and the link is here, but the link is also on Jana, the Pipes Training, the Expanded Life. She has the link to the Strength Finder on Amazon. That is $17.79. As you can see, you get the book. It's a hardcover book, and it has a code in it, a unique code, and then you put, and the website to go to. You do still take that the assessment online, and then they tally it, and you'll have it right then and there what your top 5. And the other option, hold on here, is you can go to, let's see, I thought I put it up here, Clifton Strengths. What I did was I just went, okay, I thought I'd gotten you I went to, I'll get the link. I thought I got the link on my photo here. But you can go in and you can take it right here, add it to your cart, you pay for it. You know, you go to the store, you buy it, and you can take it right here now. And like they say, this product is delivered digitally, whatever, through the Gallup Strength Center, and you will have access to it.
And it is strengthsfinder.com. STRENGTHS Finder. FINDER.com.
And one more thing I thought was very informational. Oops, there we go. Wrong arrow. If you go to the top and go into assessments, if you want to know all your 34 strengths, it does cost more money, but they do give you a very thorough. Go through those assessments. There's some even for 10 to 12-year-olds for $9.99. If that's interesting to you, I mean, there's different assessments they have. It's up to you, whatever you'd like to do. But you will find with doTerra, they are going to be asking your strengths. That your strengths were asked when Laura Jacobs for the party, the Western party. Your strengths are asked there. I'm not sure what they're going to do with them, but they'll have fun with it. I'm sure they'll be fun. Any other questions at this point? Did I get everything, Robbie?
I think you got everything really well. That was pretty good.
Awesome. Okay. So I'm going to post this on YouTube. Choose Health is the YouTube channel. And I'm putting all of these videos there. So if you can't find a link to something, go there. I think it's just the easiest place. I will put the link to it in the event, and if I try to remember to in the thread and things like that. But go to the YouTube channel, and that's where they are. And we will stop recording for tonight. See you later.